Yes, hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to your physics classroom. I am Lawal Adetunji, your physics tutor. As we have all known that physics practical will be written tomorrow nationwide, and here we have a question to work with right now. What I will want you to do right now as you are watching this video, please do well to share the link with your friends that are writing this exam tomorrow. That's the only help you can do to your friends, and likewise to this platform. Share the link with your friends. Put your comment in the comment box, press the subscribe button, turn on your notification button as we start. You know, our mechanics question will come on equilibrium, like what you are seeing right now on your screen. If you love yourself and you want to have that distinction in that Neco physics you want to write tomorrow, don't skip any part. It has a reason, because all the information you need for that A1 will be given to you right now in this video. Now, looking at this plank or this ruler is a meter rule that runs from 0 to 100. Now the unknown mass n is what you are seeing here, and this unknown mass n is placed on 10 centimeter, and your variable mass, you will see my table that will tell you the variable mass, that is when mass is 40, 60, 80, 100 and 120. The variable mass will be placed on 5 centimeter, and in this question your n and your m must be fixed, which simply means that your center of gravity, your pivot, your knife edge will be the one shifting left right, and the more it is shifting, it will be affecting your x and y. X is the distance between A and G, y is the distance between B and G. Now, something about practical, especially science, is that once you are very sound in theory, practical will be very sweet. That's why I'm very glad to tell you that this practical you are looking on your screen is so sweet. Why? Because I'm going to use formula to settle everything now, and I'm going to get what we call 99% answer or result for this thing. Just be watching me as I will do it right now. I will start my analysis. You have already known that your meter rule is 100 centimeter, and out of 100, that 100 centimeter, 10 has been removed before A. 5 also will be removed because this thing needs to be placed at 95. This m, now this 5 will be removed. So definitely out of 100, you have removed 85. In the short run, that is the distance between A and B is 85. That is, no matter any value you'll be getting for x and y, when you sum it up, it must be giving you 85. That's the key point. That is, just don't write it in your exam like that, but I'm just giving you as a key point that will be driving you towards your success. That is, the distance between your A and B must be 85 centimeter. Now the next question will now be, how will that 85 be shared between x and y? That's what we don't know, and that's what we want to know now through a formula. I'm going to bring out the formula now. I'm saying this is the formula. We want to, using this formula, let me use my blue pen. Using this formula to determine the center of gravity. And what's the formula? I will tell you now. The center of gravity. All this is in your topic called moment. The principle of moment is what we are practicing here. That's why I say if you are very sound in theory, practical will be very so sweet for you. I'm coming with a formula. I said m1 plus m2 close bracket times x equals m1 d1, that's the moment, m1 d1, are you there with me, plus m2 times d2. Now the center of gravity I want to find is here. The center of gravity I want to find is the x that you are seeing here. But in order not to affect what we have here, let me call my x that you are seeing here, let me call it z. Permit me to call it z. Permit me to call this thing z. Now I want to make my z. So the formula, I will now be having m1 times d1 plus m2 times d2, all of them over m1 plus m2. I know everything may look so strange to you that in the question here there's nothing like m1, like just like m2, d1, d2. Now let me label the meaning. My d1, so let me use this place to label my parameters. My d1 represents the 10 centimeter. This is my d1. This is my d1. I don't want to write it because this one is symbolizing a question. And this is my m1. My n is my m1. For my d2 is this side, the last edge. This is 5 centimeter. That's what is symbolizing my d2, 5 centimeter. But I will not write 5 centimeter because I'm following a trend of from 0 to 100. So this 5 is on 95. And while my m2 is this your variable m, capital M. Now let's go. My z is my center of gravity. You know, in this type of question you can never have one center of gravity. That is, once the center of gravity per experiment, because this thing will be shifting, telling you that the center of gravity will be shifting. So my z is the center of gravity. Please do well to turn on your notification button, be liking it and sharing it with your friends. Now let's go without wasting time. Now, you as a learner that want to write exam tomorrow, we the tutors, we know what n is. Our n is 100. We have been told that n is 100, but you don't know. N is 100. Now these are the variable masses that you are seeing here. Now I want to bring out something now. Now I have known that I've told you that the n is 100, but you as a student that you want to write exam tomorrow, you don't know. But we are telling you secretly because I want to bring out a table. So my n you are seeing here is 100. So at least my m1 is 100. So I will say z equals 100 times 10 plus 100 times 10 plus, what's my m2? Let's say I'm picking 40 now. I want to pick 40. Let me say when m2 or m is 40. I'm picking it now. Now this 40 times 95. Everything over, what is my m1? That is 100 plus what? 100 plus 40. Here we go together. Let me bring a calculator to help me. 100 times 10 is 1000. 1000 plus 40 times 95. Please don't skip any part of this video. Try to watch it from beginning to the end. You are the one writing the exam, and this information is what you need. This is 3800 over 140. That is z equals 3800 plus 1000. That is 4800 divided by 140. So 4800 divided by 140. What do I have there? I have 34.285. Let me say 34.3, or let me two decimal, 34.29. 34.29. That is my z, the center of gravity. When this guy that you call n is on this position 10 centimeter and you have 40 here, the center of gravity will be 34.29. That is, this g at that moment will be what? 34.29. That is, now look at this g here. Now look at something here. This g you are seeing here is symbolizing something, which I want you to know now. This g you are seeing there is symbolizing something, because this g that you are looking at here is telling you that from beginning to the end, this g will be on 34.24. This g will be on 34.29. And remember, you will need to remove this what? You need to remove this 10. You need to remove this 10. If you follow me like that, if you remove this 10, you will not get your answer. That will give you 24.29. That is your x. X will be z minus 10. X that is our x for when m is 40, our x is 24.9. Please, two decimal places, 24.29. I know somebody will now be saying, how are we going to get y? That's the simplest thing. You've already know that from year to year is 85, and you have gotten 24.29. To get your y, just subtract this 24.29 from 85, you get your y. We are going to get that way. Let's first get all our x, so go and relax with our table to get our y, and from there you go and plot your graph and do the necessary things. Alright, because I don't want the video to be longer, since I've shown you the way out, you on your own pick your pen, try this formula, use it to generate your values for x when m is 60, 80, 100, 120. Put the comment in the comment box and let me confirm your answer. Let's do it together, and it's very simple. As long as you are sound in theory, practical will be very sweet. So because I don't want to waste time and I have done my own quickly, so let me be writing my own answer so that the video will not be longer. So when m is 60, I got at 1.90. That is, I have subtracted my 10. I got 31.90. You also can do your own. I got 31.90. You may get 31.88. You are still on the way. So for the when it is 80, I got 37.78. And when it's 100, I got 42.50. And when it is at what do you call it now, at 120, I have 46.36. I know some people may be wondering that what's going on now. Look at my 100, for example. Now my 100, that is, this thing will be, or the whole show will be at 52.5. The whole show will be at 52.5, which means that the remaining side is what gave birth to the remaining answer that you are going to get as your y. So I think that one settles that. Alright, let me now show my table comprehensively. Let me prepare a standard table that we are going to use to do to plot the graph and do the needful. You as a learner, truly you don't have more stress. As long as you know this formula, just extract your s. When you extract your s, you can go and prepare your table of values. Now let's go and prepare our reasonable table of values according to the question. When you talk about table of values, you do everything with pencil. When you are not done, you cannot turn everything to pen. Why? Because you must not shade. We don't shade tables. We don't shade data in the table. In physics, even in all science, even chemistry, we don't shade table because we work with neatness. Now, in the question, they have allowed me. We have been told that we need m. In the question has told us that we need m. If you like, you can write serial number. Those of you that like writing serial number, you can write serial number in your own first corner. But here I want to use it straight. My m is a measure in gram, that is starting from 40. If you like, you can put 0, no problem. If you like, put it 40, no problem. We understand that your own level 40, 60.0, 80.0, 100.0, and the 120.0. Alright, they say I should create a column for x, the x we just got right now. You know, it's measured in centimeter. They say we should create a column for y, and we should create another column that we call p, and that p means m times y. And you know the unit of m is gram and unit of y is centimeter, that is gram centimeter. What an interesting practical. All right, now from the values of x that we have gotten together and the one you have gotten that I expect you to have put your answer in the comment box. I have my values as follow: 24.29. The next one I have 31.90, 31.90, 31.90. The next one I have 37.78, 37.78, 37.78, 42.50, 42.50, and lastly for 120 we have 46.36. We have 46.36. Like I told you, to get your y, there won't be any problem since you have known that the whole journey x plus y must give you 85. So let's do it together. My calculator is here. Let's do it together. So 85 minus 24.29. So that won't give me 60.71. 60.71. 60.71. 60.71. That's what I got there. 60.71. The next one, 31.9 times, oh that's the time, sorry for that, 85 minus 31.9, 85 minus, I got 53.1, that's 53.10, 53.10. Alright, let me make it fast because I don't want the video to be too long. Likewise, I don't want to reduce the value or the data information you're supposed to get. 85 minus 37.78. So 37.78, I have 47.2. 47.22. Yeah, this one will be 42.50. 42.50. Okay, maybe I should work that one. As somebody was asking me, will be asking me that how did I get that? It's very simple. There is no magic in science. 42.5, can you now see them? And the last one, 85 minus 40 what? 85 minus 46.36. So that will give us 38.40. Can you see that we have settled the matter? Instead of you struggling with the mass, struggling with ruler tomorrow, now you don't need any struggling again. True formula, when you are sound in theory, you are sound in practical. So now my, p is equals to my my, that is, now let's go 40 times, you also do that one and put the answer in the comment box. 40 times 60.71. So I'm having 2,428.4. Another value, 60 times 53.1. we move, we got 3186. Since we are having decimal, let's quickly use point. Let's make it point 2 decimal places so that everything will be perfected or perfect, anyhow you call it. We have 800 again, 80 times 47.22. Please share the link with your friends. Let them also partake in this distinction work. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Alright, we have for the next one, 100 times 42.5. So that will give us 4250, 4250.00. And lastly, we have 120 times 38.4 alpha. We got 4608.0. Like play, we have finished question 1 like that. Like play, how many minutes have we spent? We have gotten all what we need. Yes, alright, we are to plot the graph of x on the vertical axis. Now we are now in the graph section. Like I always tell you, your graph title is always in the question. The graph, we are not the graph section. They say we should plot the graph of x on the vertical and p on the horizontal. I'll just tell them my title of the graph. Please do well to watch our graph or our topic, our video on graph. Watch our playlist. We have a lot of videos for you. Please do well to watch a graph of x in centimeter against p in gram cm. All right, without wasting time, you know your scale, you pick your scale, you choose your scale. I want to sketch because of the duration. I don't want the video to be too long, since the information you need is what I just need to give to you, not. All right, looking at my y, I'm looking at my x and p. I want to just let you know something. Look at it. X is increasing from 24 to 46. Look at my p as well. My p also increased from where to where? From 22,428 to 46. That this is a direct graph. You can see that this is just a direct graph. So the graph at the end of the day, you'll be having something like this. It's a direct graph. If my x is on this side and my p is on this side, so at the end of the day, I'll bring out my slope, change in x over change in p. So indirectly, I'm keeping some things like that. Slope equals to change in x over change in p. Let's say this is my own. P2. This is my own. This is my p2. Okay, then let me write. This is my p2. Let's say my p2 is let's say my p2 is that 4,608, and my x2 is my 46.336, and my p1, I want to bring my slope. I don't want us to waste time. My p1, I'm picking the lowest, that is 4.28.40, and my x1, I pick the corresponding value of x, that is 24.29. So in that run, I'll have my slope, change in x. My x is what? My x2 is 46.36 minus 20 what? Minus 24.29. That's my x over my p. My p2 is 4608 minus 2428.40. From my calculator, I am getting 2179. I'm getting 22.07 over 2179.6. Remember, this one is in centimeter, this one is gram centimeter. Now, hope you are following. Something is coming up. Physics is very sweet. We have 22.07 divided by 2179.6. What was the answer? I got 0.01. That is, my slope is 0.010. Now, what can we do to that unit? This centimeter, we count centimeter, and we have per gram. Interesting. Per gram. What will now settle the matter for you is that k. They will now tell you to go and find your k as the inverse of this. This will now give you your real value. When I say your real value, it will give you that 100 gram, because centimeter will be speaking in its own favor. Alright, so cut long story short, I think I have settled this slope. If they say you should find k in the question, if they say you should find k as inverse, that will be 1 over 0.01, and that one will give you 1 over this. That one will give me what? I will take it again. I got my slope at 0.01 gram per gram, right? 0.010 per gram. My k will now be the one to now justify it, to now give me that 100 that they want us to find. Inverse of 0.01. You also of us know that 1 divided by 0.01 must give us 100. Alpha, that 100 that we have been hiding for you, candidate, finally you must get it. When you get that 100 gram, you have scored 100% of the question, that you scored everything. But if your own is 98, whatever you asked, you tried. but can you see 100% result just through theory? When you assign the theory, your practical is sound as well. So that is how we settle that. And your precaution, you go and bring out your precaution in case they want you to go and trace your values from the graph. Just trace it there and we are good. I don't want this video to be too long because I also want to go to lights and electricity. I think this one has settled the issue of mechanics. Come tomorrow, see this thing tomorrow, and be very happy in your physics. Please go through it again, watch it again, watch and watch. I'll be expecting you now in the next video. I'm stopping mechanics now. Bye.